It's amazing. So I do see roots coming out the top and the bottom of this, and that's one reason why I want to repot this plant. But I also sold all of the bulbs that I grew from this plant. When I repotted it last, there was a bunch of bulbs, and that's how this plant propagates itself. I grew those all into their own separate plants and sold them all on my Etsy site, which I'll have linked down below. But now I just want to see if there's any more bulbs so I can get some more plants going for the shop. Probably my favorite thing about having Alocasias is that they just propagate themselves with little bulbs. Makes it fun too to go searching for them. I just watered this, so it's like extra dense and heavy. Probably not the best time to do it, but it's okay. Oh wow. Oh yeah. That has a lot of roots. Wow.
One hour later.
All right, we found our first bulb.
She found it.
So I didn't think there was any. I don't know why. I just had a feeling like there wasn't gonna be any. There was just a lot of roots and it was covering everything up, so it didn't look like there was anything. And with all the leca too, it was really hard to tell if it was like a bulb or leca, and it was mostly all leca. So I found this one. I'm gonna try to get some stem on as well, or some root along with it, and just try to snap it off. There we go. It's a good size one too. That there. And I think I see another one in here. Oh, a couple more maybe. Let's see. Got another one, little baby one. There's just like a lot of roots and kind of bulbs, I think, all smashed together. So I'm just gonna gently try to see if I can, yep, there's one more there, a little one. So we have 3 so far. This is a big one with roots coming out of it already. It's actually sprouted already, like it was about to come up through the top. Oh yeah, I'm seeing a bunch now. So we've got one big one there. We have 4. 5, a little baby one. 6. There's another one. Wow, I'm finding so many. Jackpot. And I thought there wasn't any in here. I've got 7 now, babe.
You do?
Yeah. Your wife is a mastermind of plants.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Goddamn Skippy.
Yeah. Hey, will you get me my knife set? It's around the corner on the floor next to the soil bin.
Oh, there you go.
Yay, that one has roots on it already. And it's growing already into a new plant. Wow. That one's shaped like a heart. So I'm finding with the bulbs that you really have to get right where the original bulb is for each stem, and that's where the other bulbs are gonna be. Basically growing right off the original bulbs. So I've already got, I think, like 9 or 10. I just want to make sure there's no other big ones laying in the soil. If there's any more small ones, I'll just leave them so they can keep growing. I think I've got all the bulbs out now. I'm just gonna repot this and I'll be back to show you what I do with the bulbs. I'll also let you know I'm definitely going to be using mycos in the soil. We really disrupted these roots and I see little baby roots all throughout the soil here. So I definitely want to use mycos, and that's just gonna enhance the root growth to be stronger and healthier and faster. And that's just gonna help this plant recover from what I just did to it. I just wanted to show what I've been doing. So I'm just working on getting all of the husks off the bulbs. So sometimes the bulbs come out just looking like this. They have almost like a shell. So I just kind of moisten it, and then I take a little scraper and scrape all, probably even just do it with your nails, just scrape off the shell until it looks like that. And that just promotes the roots to grow, the stem to grow, doesn't have a huge shell to try to get through, and it's gonna help it grow faster. This is literally in the shape of a heart. I love it. It's so cute. Aww. So some of these just have little bits of debris, which I'm fine with. I think that, you know, roots and stems can grow out of that pretty easily. I just cleaned anything up that looked black. Anything that was super dark or mushy, you don't want to risk any of these rotting, so you want to take that off like this. You can just scrape that off. This is what I'm left with. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. With this one, I think I'm gonna make this into like a new mother plant. It's just got one baby leaf here. It's so cute. And then this stem is super long. It's like stem and roots. It's got like baby growth points kind of going all the way up it at each node, along with a bunch of roots. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna cut it right about there, plant this in its own container, and it will have multiple growth points on there. I'm gonna plant this in its own container, and then hopefully I'll have like either 2 mother plants, or I'll just have one of these be mother plants, and then the other one I'll sell on the shop once it's mature. And the only one I'm really worried about is, where is it? This one. So this one came off kind of wonky. This is probably almost 3/4 of it, and then the other quarter of it was ripped off. So it's kind of like a half of a bulb there. I'm just gonna experiment with this and see what happens. It might grow, it might not. It'll be cool if it does, but if it doesn't, I wouldn't be surprised. It just might not make it. All right, so we got our bulbs, we've got some containers, some moss, just plain New Zealand moss. And I've already made the cut to this one. I'm just gonna stick this in some rooting hormone and plant this guy up. So this is the cutest little Alocasia fried egg I've ever seen. Just a little one-leafer. But it has some good roots, and I think with that mycose in there and the rooting hormone, we're gonna have a new plant with a lot of leaves really soon. So I just dipped this little end of the bulb in the rooting hormone. This is the top of the bulb, that's where the stem is gonna come out of, so I didn't put any hormone on that. Oh yeah, I also wanna do some mycose in here. It doesn't really work until there are roots for it to absorb into, but I'm sure there will be roots soon. And just keep in mind that this mycose duplicates itself, so you don't need a lot, just very, very little bit of that. This container, I'm just gonna do all the bulbs with no roots. Just nestling these bulbs in the moss so that they're touching some of that moist sphagnum moss. It's a little heart. Oh my gosh. That is so cute. I don't know where the stem is gonna come out on this. It's so weirdly shaped. So I think the stem's gonna come out there, like where the crevice of the heart is. So I'm gonna dip this end in the rooting hormone. Get some sphagnum moss in there. Get some mycose on there. You can do this without the rooting hormone and without the mycose. It will just take a little bit longer. It's really not necessary though, especially if you're just doing this for personal use or for, propagating for insurance of your plant. You don't need to. I'm just doing it so I have faster growth and able to plug them up faster on the shop. And if you are interested in buying one of these, just keep a lookout on the Etsy shop. It'll take a few weeks, but once they're fully rooted and mature with at least 2 to 3 leaves, they'll be ready to go. So now we're getting to the ones that have some roots. A little bit less moss in there. A little bit of mycose. I'm probably just gonna plant these by themselves because if you can see there, they already have a growth point, a stem kind of growing out of them. Both of these do, so I definitely think these will be ready first. No rooting hormone, they have roots. Just kind of planting them in here. guess we're done. Thanks for watching. Hope you learned something. I don't know. Or if not, maybe you're just entertained. Have a good night.